Not all questions are meant to be asked, but the five ones that you must stay ignored. This is Answer Gear.
Nosebleeds. You're minding your own business and then bam, you've got a river of blood running from your nostrils. It's not exactly the best look, and let's face it, no one's ever ready for it. But why does it happen? You don't just suddenly bleed for no reason, right? Well, unfortunately, your nose has its own set of issues that can lead to this messy situation. But fear not, because we're diving into the real reasons behind nosebleeds, and it's not just because you picked your nose one too many times. The short answer, that's definitely going to surprise you. Nosebleeds happen because the blood vessels inside your nose are fragile. The inside of your nose is lined with tiny, delicate blood vessels that can easily rupture, causing blood to spill out. While it might sound like something out of a horror movie, it's actually pretty common and usually harmless. The slightly longer answer, for the science lovers. Your nose is like a little sponge that's constantly moist, except when it's dry. When the air around you gets dry, especially in winter or in air-conditioned rooms, the inside of your nose can dry out too. This causes the blood vessels to become brittle, making them more likely to break open when you sneeze, blow your nose, or even just touch it. Also, did you know your nose has these tiny blood vessels called Kieselbach's plexus? They're the main culprit in most nosebleeds. They're right at the front of your nostrils, so they're super sensitive and can easily rupture when irritated. Common triggers of nosebleeds, so you know what to avoid. Here are the usual suspects that cause nosebleeds. Dry air. Your nose gets dried out, and the blood vessels crack open. It's like your nose is saying, please, no more air conditioning. Picking your nose? Don't do it. Seriously, it's one of the easiest ways to rupture a vessel. Allergies. Allergies can cause inflammation and make the blood vessels in your nose more fragile, so you're at higher risk. Infections. Cold or sinus infections can lead to congestion, which makes you blow your nose more than you should. That irritation can lead to a nosebleed. Medications, blood thinners, or nasal sprays can also contribute to the problem by making your blood vessels even more fragile. Can you prevent nosebleeds, or are you just stuck with them? Good news, you don't have to live in fear of sudden blood gushing from your face. Here are some ways to avoid the dreaded nosebleed. Use a humidifier. This keeps the air moist and helps prevent your nose from drying out. Saline nasal spray. This keeps the inside of your nose moist and can help prevent crusting. Don't pick your nose. Just don't. Seriously. Stay hydrated. Drinking plenty of water can help keep your nose from drying out. Allergy meds. If you suffer from allergies, treating them can help reduce inflammation in your nose and lower the risk of nosebleeds. Final thoughts before you freak out over every little drip. Nosebleeds are usually harmless, and while they can be gross and inconvenient, they're a result of fragile blood vessels in your nose. Whether it's dry air, picking, or allergies, it's all about keeping your nose moist and avoiding those irritants. And hey, if you do get a nosebleed, just pinch your nose, tilt your head forward, not back, and wait for it to stop. You've got this. Oh, and if you're ever unsure, you can always call your doctor, but I'm betting you'll be fine. Just don't stick a tissue up there like I did as a kid and forget about it for hours. That's a mess. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and if your nose starts bleeding while watching this, maybe try some saline spray. I'm not a doctor, but it couldn't hurt.